everybody, my name is puppyhowler and welcome to this video. A little while ago, I discovered a fan-made game based on the book Warrior Cats called Clangen. It's a game where you can make your own clan and everything that happens is completely randomized, which can lead to some very interesting events. It also gives you a lot of wiggle room to create your own stories with these cats. And boy, does my clan have quite the story to tell within the first year. Oh boy. So with that being said, allow me to introduce you to Floraclan. Before we get to the living cats, I want to talk about the StarClan cats first, because God, do we have a lot. This was way too eventful for a first year. And for those who are out of the loop, StarClan is just the afterlife for the warrior kitties. And we'll start with the Clan StarClan guide. Every clan you make in Clangen has their very own StarClan guide, and ours is a former apprentice known as Barleypaw. She was a compassionate lord keeper and was only 9 moons old when she passed away. She was the former member of a clan that no longer exists. Her old clan was once thought to be cursed because of the many unfortunate circumstances surrounding it. Barleypaw had gotten a prophecy about the creation of Floraclan. While searching for the right cats to create Floraclan, she stumbled across a group of strays that were living in an abandoned two-leg nest. The strays in the house were in a rough position, as they were constantly being attacked by stray dogs, being taken away by two-legs, and food was incredibly scarce for the cats. Barleypaw saw the position the strays were in and wanted to help them. She entered the dream of the cat, who she eventually chose to be clan leader, and showed them where the strays needed to go in order to form this new clan, and live out their new life as Floraclan. And there we have the lore behind Floraclan. Enjoy! I really wanted to add some lore behind Barleypaw because technically the StarClan guide is just a blank slate, and there really isn't anything to them. They don't even tell you how they died or why they're in StarClan and all that jazz. So I took this blank slate of a cat and just decided to roll with it and gave them their own backstory and everything. Hope you enjoyed. Moving on now. Next is a cat that technically isn't in StarClan because he was a loner when he died. However, he is directly connected to a few new members of the clan. One of those new members happened to also be in StarClan now, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Either way, this is Stumpy. Yes, he does have a messed up tail, and I promised I didn't name him that. His name is Stumpy. The generator had spoken, and that is his name. He was 77 moons old when he died. He was cold, fast as the wind, and was a former kitty pet. Because of how his tail is completely mangled, and it doesn't really say how he died, I had his backstory be that him and his mate were both kitty pets and had a litter of kits together. However, tragedy struck when their two-legs house caught on fire. Stumpy and his litter of kits made it out just in time. Stumpy's tail was badly injured during the fire, and he had inhaled a lot of smoke, which weakened him greatly. He stumbled into Floraclan territory with his litter of kits and was found by a patrol of 2 cats. His final words being to please take care of them. And that's how his kits joined Floraclan. And as I said, one of his kits is in StarClan now due to an unfortunate situation that we'll get into in just a second. And I like to think that Stumpy visits StarClan every now and then to see his lost kit. He also visits his mate and 2 legs in their new home as well. He's an absolute sweetheart, and he's doing his best. Up next is Chaffin's Drift, who was 49 moons old, responsible, and very clever. She was one of the newer members of the clan. She was originally from another clan by the name of Dazzle Clan, however a sign from StarClan had told her to join Floraclan. And unfortunately, in the very first year she was in Floraclan, she would pass away during a massive yellow cough outbreak that swept through the whole clan during the months of Leaf Bear being winter time. Nearly half the clan was infected with yellow cough, including our medicine cat. The epidemic took away 3 of our cats, and several other cats are still recovering from the yellow cough. It's wild. It's really unfortunate that we lost Chaffin's Drift. She was genuinely good leader material, as every patrol she went on, there would always be something that she would have to help out with. Like if there was an argument, she would be the one to break it up. There was even one patrol she went on that had gotten attacked by a dog, and she managed to save a cat up a tree and the rest of the patrol without anybody getting harmed. She would have made for a nice deputy in case our current deputy ever stepped down, and even a nice leader, but sadly the generator had other plans. Sorry, Chaffin's Drift. Up next is Shrub Kit, who was 6 moons old. He was troublesome and confident with words. He was one of the kits Stumpy had left behind in Floraclan, and was yet another victim of the yellow cough outbreak. By the way, when I tell you, this yellow cough outbreak lasted for 3 whole moons. A moon is a month in cat speak, so this epidemic lasted for 2 whole months. Poor little Shrub Kit was such a sweet little cat, but he was also a chaotic ball of fur. It would have been fun to see how he would have turned out as a warrior, but unfortunately, fate had other plans. There really isn't much else I have to say about Shrub Kit other than, well, in StarClan, he's still being himself. He's chasing tails and playing pranks and spreading the chaos wherever he goes. Up next is Esther, who was 102 moons old. He was cold and a masterful storyteller. Esther had joined the clan after he was abandoned by his 2 legs on the side of the road. Some cats in the clan were skeptical of him being in the clan due to him being a former kitty pet and all, but he quickly proved himself to be a great member of the clan. And surprisingly, no, he did not die during the yellow cough outbreak. Him, alongside 3 other cats, had gone out on patrol in the middle of Leaf Bear, and they were caught in an unexpected snowstorm and froze to death. This event, alongside the yellow cough outbreak, had the clan shaken up for quite a while during this. I played a little into year 2, and let's just say, the clan is still recovering from such a rough year. All Esther really wanted was to prove himself to be a great warrior, and he did just that. He lived a pretty good life before he died, and I hope he rests well in StarClan. And now we have Scale Dash, who was 83 moons old, a fish-like swimmer, and somewhat clairvoyant. He was one of the founding clan members, and was one of the cats that had died during the snowstorm. He was always very daring during patrols, by the way. Like, I don't know what is up with my cats in this clan, but they always had this habit, even to this very moment, of just attacking foxes at any chance that they get to steal the fox's prey. Scale Dash being one of them. I'm honestly surprised that he wasn't killed by a fox. I'm gonna be real. I'm surprised, of all things, it was a snowstorm that got him. Either way, he was a fantastic warrior and was an amazing mentor to his apprentice. It is sad seeing one of our founding members go, and I hope he rests well in StarClan. I just hope there's no foxes up there, because I really don't know what this cat had against foxes, but oh my god, he had a vendetta against him. Coming up next is Pool Hiss, who was 16 moons old. She was charismatic and quick to help. She was also one of the cats who died in that unfortunate patrol during the snowstorm. She was also one of the founding members of the clan who had only joined at just 5 moons old. When she became an apprentice, Scale Dash was actually the one to be her mentor. With that being said, she had also gotten a liking to chasing foxes away from their prey. She graduated and became a full warrior at 13 moons, and while she was an apprentice, she was one of the 2 cats that had found Stumpy at the border during a patrol. She wanted to be the one to adopt Stumpy's kits, but the cat who was with her said it wouldn't be appropriate because she was still an apprentice, but her enthusiasm and her compassion was greatly appreciated. She was a very kind soul, and it's honestly a shame that she had to go. Next is Mallowpaw, who was 11 moons old. He was childish and quick to help. He was actually abandoned as a kit, and Floraclan's medicine cat had found and adopted him. Our medicine cat wanted him to be the medicine cat apprentice, but he really wanted to be a warrior, and she didn't want to force him into a role that he didn't want to be in. His apprenticeship was going well, and he was only 1 moon away from becoming a warrior, but sadly, he too also died in the snowstorm. His death especially hurt me because I honestly thought he was going to live to be at least a deputy. He had serious main character energy and was always taking charge in every patrol despite the fact that he was an apprentice. It's sad to see him go, and I hope he rests well in StarClan. For our final StarClan cat, we have Sunkit, who was 5 moons old and was quiet. Now's a good time to say that there was a scandal in the clan one of our warriors had snuck off and became mates with a cat from another clan, and Sunkit was one of this warrior's kids. She was unfortunately the very last victim of the yellow cough outbreak. She left behind 3 siblings, one of which being a twin that looks identical to her. Their sprites looked so much alike that I almost got the 2 of them mixed up while I was collecting sprites for this speed paint. Also, since she passed away so young, she doesn't quite understand the ability she has as a StarClan cat, and let's just say she has accidentally stumbled into her siblings' dreams, which is causing some interesting shenanigans going on in the clan. And there we have all of our StarClan cats for the first year. It definitely was an eventful one. Here's hoping the second year is less crazy, with less death. And now we can move on to the living cats. First off, we have a cat that's unfortunately gone missing. Marsh Quiver was a 39-moon-old she-cat who was troublesome and had valuable insight. She was a clan founder, and just within the first moon of Floraclan's existence, she gets kidnapped by Two Legs, which was really a shame because she was a great warrior. She helped chase a dog out of Floraclan territory and saved a rogue cat who eventually joined the clan. I really hope she comes home eventually because we miss her. Every time I check her statuses, she keeps saying she swears she sees cats from her clan. So I wonder if she's getting closer to coming home. So here's hoping Marsh Quiver comes back soon. And now onto the cats who are still in Floraclan. Up next is Floraclan's leader, Copperstar. She is 56 moons old, thoughtful, a great kid sitter, and very clever. Throughout her life, before she talked to Barleypaw about creating Floraclan, she had always had dreams of strange, ghostly cats trying to talk to her, but she could never make out what they're saying. Up until Barleypaw eventually came forward and straight up told her that she was destined to create Floraclan. She was also given a warning, saying that the clan's first year is not going to be without tragedy, and that she needed to be strong for her clan. Although this year's been very stressful with all the deaths and missing cats, she's hanging in there and trying her best to stay strong for her clan. However, at the current moment, she's a little pissed off at her medicine cat, but she's trying her best to see things through other cats' perspective and not letting her annoyance get the better of her. At the current moment, she's in the medicine cat's den recovering from the yellow cough that she had also contracted during the outbreak. Luckily, during this year, she hasn't lost any lives. Hooray! Here's hoping she keeps them for the next year. Next is our deputy, Lake Eagle, who has the bluest eyes. My illustration of him doesn't do his eyes justice, but damn, he has some blue eyes. He's 95 moons old, charismatic, a great hunter, and a good mediator. And he's had quite the eventful year, and is also currently in the medicine cat's den recovering, not from yellow cough, but because he keeps getting hurt. Every time he goes out on patrol, he slips, falls, sprains a paw, hurts his tail, and honestly, dude's just clumsy. He keeps getting caught in two-leg traps and everything. He just can't stay out of trouble no matter what he does. Something I found quite interesting is that he actually has a tiny bit of dislike for Copperstar and is pretty jealous of her right now. I kind of decided that it's because he found out that she had a very close connection to StarClan and he had never received any dreams or prophecies regarding StarClan. He thought that was really cool and he wanted a piece of that, but unfortunately, he never really got any dreams from StarClan, so he's a little jealous of her because of that. Hopefully this jealousy doesn't turn into all-out hatred, because I do know that if a cat is jealous of another cat, they will kill. Luckily, he is not of a bloodthirsty nature, but fingers crossed, nothing bad happens, and hopefully he'll get over it. Also, looking through the relationship tabs, I found out that he currently has a slight dislike for one of the kits in the nursery. Bro, what did the child ever do to you? Moving on to our medicine cat. This is Parsley Seed. She is 122 moons old. She's compassionate, a great mediator, and a great healer. and currently not doing very well. This year has been particularly stressful for her, as not only did she lose her son, but she also blames herself for the yellow cough outbreak. She wasn't really looking for an apprentice around the time the outbreak had started. None of the warriors were stepping forward to become a medicine cat, and we literally had no apprentices that were wanting to be medicine cats. They all wanted to be warriors, and all the kits that were in the den, in the nursery I mean, they weren't old enough to become apprentices. She didn't want to force anyone to become medicine cat, because that doesn't make for a good medicine cat at all. And so she just kind of let it sit there until eventually she too got sick with yellow cough. During the end of the year, she finally decided to choose an apprentice, and luckily there was a kit in the nursery that actually did have an interest in becoming a medicine cat, who we will get to in a little bit. Even though Copperstar doesn't outright say that she's upset with Parsley Seed, she can definitely feel that there's some tension in the air. But with Parsley Seed being the great mediator that she is, here's hoping that she'll be able to ease the tension between her and Copperstar. On to our medicine cat's apprentice, Berry Paw. He is 7 moons old, a charismatic, careful listener. He's the son of one of our elders, and by one I mean our only elder, currently. And for whatever reason, she just refuses to admit who the father is. Everybody just assumes he's half clan, and they're not really questioning anything. During his apprentice ceremony, he had actually announced that he wanted to be the medicine cat because he'd rather help other cats as opposed to fighting cats. He's a little pacifist, and we stan him for it. Alongside helping out with basic medicine cat duties, he's also been lending an ear to anybody who wanted to vent about the recent tragedies. He's been really helping out 2 specific apprentices who are really not doing well and are suffering from the effects of grief. And so far, he's just an awesome little dude. What more can I say? Moving on to our warriors. First, we have Pepperfur, who is 112 moons old, a renowned hunter and cunning. She joined the clan after being rescued from a dog attack. She was blown away by the warriors' bravery and decided to join the clan. She was the one who adopted Stumpy's kits and told Pool Hiss that her adopting kids would be a little inappropriate considering she was just an apprentice at the time. She's currently suffering from grief because one of her kids had died from the yellow cough outbreak. And even though she isn't really in the right mindset to be going on patrols, she still tries to put up a brave face and continue with her warrior duties. Next is Butterfly Path, who is 20 moons old. He is troublesome and a formidable fighter. He also has a strong connection to StarClan, and yeah, he's gonna need that, considering how much trouble he's in. Cause, yeah, Lake Eagle may have gotten hurt a lot, but Butterfly Path is an absolute menace, and majority of the time he gets hurt is his own damn fault. He joined the clan as an apprentice, and became a warrior at 12 moons old. He was honored for his flexibility, but frankly, he should be honored by the fact that it's a miracle that he hadn't died yet. Literally the first moon he became a warrior, he ran into a badger den in order to investigate to see if the badger was still in the den, only to be met face to face with the badger. And he made it out surprisingly with no injuries. He continues to be a menace to the medicine cats by just constantly getting hurt because he keeps facing off against badgers and foxes and anything he can get his paws on. He's an absolute menace to Floraclan, and I'm gonna be honest, I live for it. Absolute mad lad. Our last warrior is Shine Holly, who is 14 moons old. He is gloomy and a great kit sitter. He used to be troublesome, but after everything that went down with the clan, with the blizzard and the yellow cough outbreak and Marsh Quipper going missing, he became a gloomy little dude. He's just been really sad. He was one of the clan founders and actually joined as a kit. No one really knows who his family is or where he came from. He just showed up one day. He graduated and became a warrior at 11 moons old and honored for his hard work. Poor dude's just been a stressed out ball of fluff since he became warrior. Here's hoping the next year isn't too stressful for the little guy. Or for anyone at that matter. And that concludes all our warriors. Yeah, we really don't have a lot left this year considering all that's happened. Hopefully next year we'll actually be able to get some more. On to our apprentices. We unfortunately only have 2 apprentices, with all things considered. We have Barleypaw and Leafpaw. They are both 7 moons old. Barleypaw is childish and interested in clan history. And Leafpaw is confident with words and a careful listener. At the moment, they're currently in the medicine cat den due to a severe case of grief. After losing their brother Shrub Kit to the yellow cough outbreak, they have just not been doing well. At the moment, they are extremely inseparable. Even their mentors can't take them apart. Their mentors being Shine Holly and Brush Petal. They've been comforting each other through this tough time, and even Berry Paw is trying to help them out in recovering from their grief, telling them to take it easy and take their time with it. Also, when Barleypaw, Leafpaw, and Shrub Kid joined the clan, some cats believed Barleypaw was going to be a prophecy cat, considering the fact that he shares the same name as the clan's StarClan guide. Some even believing that he was destined to be leader one day. But who knows, he is just an apprentice, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with him. Going into the nursery, we have Brush Petal, who is 42 moons old and is a playful lore keeper, alongside Stem Kit, Yellow Kit, and Rustle Kit, who are all 5 moons old. Stem Kit being nervous and likes to splash in puddles, Yellow Kit being a know-it-all and a moss ball hunter, and Rustle Kit being troublesome and quick-witted. This scandalous cat, Brush Petal, here, became mates with a StarClan cat in secret and ended up having kits with them. The mother of the 3 kids ended up leaving them with Brush Petal, and although he tried to hide the fact that they were half-clan cats, it was pretty obvious. They could smell the scent of StarClan from a mile away. And even though these kids were originally from StarClan, Copperstar decided to say whatever and just let them in the clan anyway. If anything, Copperstar was just happy to have more cats in the clan. And yes, Brush Petal also has an apprentice while also trying to be the father of his kits. He's trying to do everything all at once. He's a real go big or go home type cat. However, he has been annoying the shit out of our resident elder, because anytime he would want to go hunting or teach his apprentice anything, he would shove his kits onto her and have her be the kit sitter, even when she doesn't want to. However, he hasn't been doing that as much since the death of his daughter Sun Kit. He's been hanging out with them more often and trying to be the best dad that he possibly can, even when he has to go and train his apprentice. There's also been some shenanigans going on regarding Stem Kit and his late twin sister Sun Kit. Because Sun Kit is so small, as I said, she doesn't understand the abilities a StarClan cat has and has been accidentally walking into the dreams of Stem Kit. And Stem Kit's been going around saying he keeps seeing a cat that looks just like him in his dreams. So now, some cats, some of the more superstitious cats, think that Stem Kit might end up becoming a prophecy cat because of it. And finally, we have our one and only elder of the clan at the current moment, Milk Valley. She is 130 moons old. She is charismatic and a masterful storyteller. She was one of our clan founders and was a warrior at the time the clan was founded, but as the year went on, she decided at 120 moons old that she was going to retire. As I said in the Brush Petal segment, she is pretty annoyed with him at the moment, considering he keeps having her play kit sitter. Also with the whole ordeal with Berry Paw. Berry Paw is her son, and she refuses to tell anyone where he came from or what's going on with him. And anytime anybody asks her what was going on and where did she even get this kit, she just kind of gives them this smug smile. You know that one meme with the smiling smug cat? She always gives them that look, and after a while people just stopped questioning it. And we're just grateful that there are more cats entering the clan. She's a mysterious one, and also kind of acts as the yellow fang of the clan, as she's very sassy towards everybody. She's a strange one, and everybody enjoys having her around. And that's our first year of Floraclan. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really had a lot of fun designing the cats and coming up with stories for all of them. And if you guys are interested, I'm hoping to continue the series. I'm not sure how often I'll be able to update it. I'm hoping at least once a month. It'll depend on how many other projects I have going on at the moment. but at most I hope to update it at least once a month or even bi-monthly. But luckily year 2 is just right around the corner. I already have everything written down and I just need to draw the cats and make the speed paint essentially. Anyway, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think about it down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video, it helps out a lot. And if you're new here and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!